Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Business Podcast right here on the Beyond Business YouTube channel. Before we jump into today's sit down, let's hear a word from the sponsors that make it all happen. If you're looking for top-notch drone services, look no further. Aerial Elite Solutions is providing high-quality aerial imagery and data for a variety of industries, including real estate, renewable energy, construction, agriculture, transmission and distribution, and more. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property or detailed site surveys for your construction projects, anomaly detection for solar panels, or captivating footage of your events, AES has the expertise in cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. Their team of skilled professionals are dedicated to capturing breathtaking visuals that help elevate projects and help you see things from a whole new perspective. So if you're ready to take your business to new heights, literally, reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions today. Visit flyaes.com or give them a call at 217-330-7226 and learn how they can help transform your projects with their services. Storm season brings unpredictable weather, and protecting your home or business is more important than ever. With nearly 100 years experience in the lightning protection system design and installation industry, Midwest Lightning Rods are the trusted experts in keeping your property safe from the dangers of direct and indirect lightning strikes. Midwest Lightning Rods specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is safe haven during the storms. Their dedicated team understands the importance of safety and offers free estimates to help decide the best protection for your property. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today to give yourself peace of mind of knowing you're well protected. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com or give them a call at 217-872-4676 to learn more about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by MLR. Thank you to the sponsors for supporting the podcast and help bring us this great content. And now I want to dive into this episode, which was one that was shelved for just a minute, a few weeks actually. It was recorded probably a month and a half before release. And the reason I delayed it is because the guest's reason for coming on was to kind of introduce and release the idea of her having her own podcast. And then I think a project or a employment opportunity or career opportunity had shifted for her, which kind of delayed her ability to get some podcasts started. So her plan is just delayed, and she didn't want to come on promising to do stuff that wasn't going to happen because life changed. So after looking at the edit of the podcast, it was like, oh yeah, we got to put this out. So although we do touch on her podcast, really, we just sit down and talk about a lot of nothing, just about each other, about life experience. It was really a good conversation. We weren't advertising anything. We were just chatting. And so you can even see by, how good she is just with the camera and a microphone and with her speaking and her, just her attitude and her personality. She's going to kill it whenever life finally does allow her to jump in and do a podcast, have her own. But for now, it was really fun to sit down with, and you guys will probably enjoy this also. So here is my guest, Miss Amy Sargent.
Come to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive. New episode every 5 days, new voices to share. Laughs and insights, we're all in this affair. Beyond Business, come take a seat. Join the conversation, it's a journey that's sweet. Life lessons learned and laughter from the heart. With every episode, we're making a start.
Planner, which means that I like to be prepared. But I'm also, the other one is mover. So like I'm tied between mover planner. That's one of the things I teach at work.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beyond Business. Today I have mover planner preparer.
Shut up.
No, Amy, I'm glad you came in. This is going to be fun. It's not going to be anything.
Oh my gosh.
I know. We're good. We're good.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah. Well, so we can keep talking about what you were saying. I just figured I'd go ahead and do that so I don't have to cut it in later.
Oh, well, okay. You could
slide that up to you a little bit
change
now.
it. Okay. Okay. Is that better?
Put it back in your nose.
I don't want it in my nose.
Okay, so you and I originally connected a few months ago because you had and still have, I believe, a plan of having your own podcast.
I do.
And so you came in, or we went and ate and then came in here and looked around a little bit. And why haven't you done it?
Oh, that's a good question. So
I mean, there's a million reasons.
I know there are a million reasons. I am A1 procrastinator. Number one. Sometimes I think my best when I'm like the spur of the moment.
Okay.
A lot of different reasons, a lot of life changes. So, yeah, I get to be the nearly 49-year-old woman who went home to live with her parent.
Okay.
So my mom passed in March.
Right.
That was very challenging. And, I have a dad and he has a big house by himself. And I was in an apartment and I was like, you know what? Let me prepare for my future.
Right.
And so I decided I'd make the change and go home and stay with my dad. And there's been a lot of things when you go back to your past, right? There's a lot of things with that.
Sure.
So yeah, a lot of emotions came up and a lot of distractions kind of got in the way of me just moving forward. And timing, I believe God has the perfect time for everything. And so there's just been some preparation behind the scenes that needed to happen in order for today to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you, I'm a little bit jacked up. I might have been yelling.
This water that you gave me?
I need that drink right there. But no, so when you just said, what happens whenever you go back home or back kind of revisit your past of any sort, feelings that come up, do you feel like as you get older and you are aware of what's going, did you not know until you went back home that you were going to go through these things?
I think I had this ideal of how it would be.
Oh.
And so I kind of had some expectations, and it's limited, right? Like I said, I'm coming home till March. Like I have a plan. I'm not there forever.
Sure.
I'm there with a plan. Just a little background. He's a VA vet, 100% disabled. I'm working through the process of them giving them the benefits that he deserves.
Sure.
So we're kind of doing some stuff to the house in order to help him be able to be self-sufficient. And so I said I'm there till March. But I wasn't expecting, I think the biggest thing was the memories of your mother, right?
Uh-huh.
Those have been challenging, and
yeah, and I guess there's no prepping for that.
Yeah, she's she was there. So, but she was really ill. So she had moved with my sister in Missouri. So she wasn't there for the last 5 years. She'd come back off and on,
right.
But still everything is set up the way she left it. Like the day I moved in, her bed was still unmade from when she left 5 years ago because my dad never remade the bed. And he doesn't sleep in there because of his health. So just lots of just things that you find and you wonder why did she keep this or whatever. So it's a lot of emotion. But I believe that God allowed it to happen in order for restoration to happen between a daughter, me, and my father.
Okay.
Just us to have a restored relationship, because I had a very poor view of what that looked like, which then ultimately affects the view of how I see God,
sure.
Which is part of the whole reason I'm going to do the podcast.
Okay, first of all, when you and I met up and chatted and you busted out the notebook, right?
Yeah, I did. I still have
and
it. It's over
you
there.
were, right?
Yeah.
And I remember and this is me, this is how my
Sure.
brain works, is everything is easy. My description of everything that I can do is easy. Discount anything I know how to do because
Right.
it's easy. It's nothing.
So it was almost like I was naming stuff, and then I was naming devices, then I was naming programs, and I was naming, hey, if you want this to sound like this, and you're writing. And after that whole evening went by and all that, I'm like, well, that was just the opposite of easy. I made it sound like it's easy, and then I named $10,000 worth of stuff. You know what I mean?
True story.
But so, and I think that was, so like, it's like the next time someone asked me that, it was kind of like, it is what it is. It depends. I guess I don't know, because there's so many different ways to do it. I don't think there is a wrong way.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just was going the direction of professional quality deliverable.
Right.
You know what I mean? When someone looks at it, like my first few episodes, I remember my brother-in-law in Indy shooting me a photo of my sister in her chair with the 70-inch in front of her with me on it, her watching the podcast. And I was like, oh, we got to go 4K. I seen it looked fuzzy.
Sure.
I was like, who the hell watches it on an 80-inch TV?
Right.
Them. So it was like, starting then, it was like, okay, we're going 4K from now on, because I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's nobody cares. But it's just a thing.
We all have our level of standard.
It's just a thing. Yeah.
We have a standard.
Sure.
And I think, like, back to the why I haven't started is I am zero tech savvy.
Right.
Like, I can use my iPhone for a phone, right?
Sure.
Like, I don't really get into that. I can make a reel.
Right.
Like, I'm learning.
Yep.
Edited? Nah. Like,
okay.
I don't really get into that. I should probably take the time.
Oh, you're going to have to.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
Like I need to learn.
Yeah.
I need to hire like some young person who loves that and just be like, here's my stuff. Do what you need to do while I do all this other
I
stuff.
think it's going to be a lot easier sooner than you think. And I'm going to keep you in the loop on this because I'm going to be doing it, and I'll just pass the info on.
Okay.
So I don't know how, obviously you're not that familiar with how advanced AI is getting.
Well, I do chat GPT a lot.
Okay. So it's that, but so do I, but I have a feeling ours is completely different.
I bet it is.
But I only say that because they're building agents currently, which means probably in the next month and a half, we'll be able to take a hour-long episode and literally upload it and give it a description. I want it to be cinematic looking,
wow,
ambient lighting, and make it come into a song, leave to a song, and caption the person's name, and it'll do everything. It'll do it all. Yeah. So the work on this end is about to get much better if you know how to prompt AI. So that's the Chat GPT thing now. It does a ton of stuff, but like it's all on how you communicate with it, which is much more than Siri. You know?
It is.
It's really cool.
It's cool. It's scary. Yeah. It's a lot of things.
And I think so. That's what I believe will be the turn off to like the Studio B is the people who come in and go, I'm not trying to spend any money. Just make me a recording. Let me leave with it. $50, whatever, $60. And then they don't know what to do. It's just a recording and an audio track. And it's like, now what? So, you know what I mean? It's almost like if I could show you what you could have, it might make you want it.
That's why it's called a Nick Masterclass.
Right?
Yeah, like, I mean, you see those all the time on social media. Masterclass. Like, come on. You know, X amount of dollars, Nick Masterclass on this. And it can be a whole series.
Well, so I think my take was, and this is not teaching. It is teaching, but just you're a great example. To where it goes, okay, if you've if you dig in and start doing some and get to the point where it's like, no matter what, I'm not going to go drop the cash to have my own equipment, but let's get you to the point where you don't need anything more than the studio time because you know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's my goal.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Or to go, here's what it should look like. Now, this is what it starts like.
Right.
Here's how we make this happen.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You're going to love it. You're good at it.
Yeah.
You will be good at it. Even right when you first started talking, you weren't even looking at me. You were looking at the camera. It's like, exactly.
Well, that's what
that's perfect.
Part of my training, right? Yeah. Like, part of my history, part of my past, part of what I do now.
No uncomfortability whatsoever about gonna do? Like, there's no nervousness or uncomfortability in that, right?
No, there's always some nervousness. Like if you were inside my body, you'd feel my heart pumping really hard right now, because I think like it's healthy to be a little nervous.
Oh, sure.
Not uncomfortable.
Okay.
A little nervous.
Yeah.
Right? Like I always say, like, you never want to get to the point where you don't feel any type of anxiousness, where you're just so relaxed that you know you're doing it in your own strength. So for me, like, I don't want to just say, oh, well, I've got there, right? Because I just like that humility level, I guess.
Yeah.
So I keep myself in check.
Good for
I mean,
you.
it is easy
Yeah.
to communicate. Like when you do it for 30 years, like it just becomes a natural habit. But I wasn't always as effective or maybe as qualified.
Are you plan on having guests on your podcast?
I do. I'm
Okay.
super excited. Yeah, you're going to be on there.
Yeah, well, we don't have to even leak them, but what I was going to say is you're going to find out is how many people are not so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
People that even you're going, when I talk to you, you made me think you have to sit down with me, and then this whole deal, something
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the great thing is when you have a great person leading it, right?
Yeah. True.
They ease you.
Yes.
Right. Like I was super nervous, sat down, you just started talking to me. I was like, okay, well, this is not going to be quite as challenging as my text earlier to you today,
Right.
which was like, Nick,
I
I'm
see
really
that.
nervous.
I was like, quit it, man. Quit it. Yeah.
Well, like, I've watched some of your episodes. And so you watch everyone who's on your show and you're kind of like,
Am I supposed to?
I hope I say something right. What if I fumble over my words?
100% of people
But I love-
ask beforehand, is there something I'm supposed to
do.
Google just reminded me today's the day.
Right.
And it's like, nah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the pre-questions that you want to ask? But, like I
Right.
was like waiting, is there going to be a list of questions?
Nope.
And then I
So,
was like, yeah.
oddly enough, I kicked it off with a vision, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
of what I wanted it to be like. And here's what it looked like.
Okay.
It
Awesome.
went like this.
I like it.
The whole time
It's
I
okay.
couldn't stop. You know what I mean? Like this would black out on my peripheral, and it's like I can get it back. I don't know where I'm at. And it's
Right.
like, wait, what am I doing?
Right.
And then I didn't get to a lot of the questions. Granted, my first 15 guests were people that, I've had dinner with several times.
Sure.
So it was almost, they knew that I'm going to ask like I'm asking for people that
Right.
aren't even watching,
Sure.
but they might be someday.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it was like second episode. It's like, screw this. I wanted to give everyone a read in. I wanted to do that, which I'll do it here and there.
Yeah.
But if there's any chance I'm going to sell them short, then I won't do it.
I think that's mine.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I
I
did-
thought
no.
I turned it off.
It's all good. It's all good. But you know what I mean? Is I introduce you, and then we talk, and I go, I didn't say the most important thing she does because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's almost like we'll get to that later.
Yeah. At some point.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
okay.
It is all over the place. There's no, but yeah, I don't do a script at all.
Yeah. But that's, I think, something that people love about the podcast. And because what's better than real?
Well, and I am very capable of talking to anyone. Like
Yeah.
I'm aware that I can talk. I can go into a nursing home or kindergarten and kick it and have fun.
Yeah. You're a communicator.
Right.
And that's okay.
We'll figure it out.
So so I just have a quick question for you. So were you like the kid growing up, like in your younger years, go way back to like junior high, where you just included everybody? Like you had if you were going to do stuff, you were just going to talk to everyone. Or do you think that you were more like you just had your select group of friends and that's all that mattered? So you had more friends.
Yeah, I wasn't social like that. I was more probably start shit with the other group.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was though. Just exactly what you would expect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I was more like now I've learned to do what I used to fake.
Sure.
My buddies thought I was the only one who would talk to the chick, fight this person,
Right.
do what, and
Right.
and so I just did it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like you needed to live up to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, of course I will.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? And it was kind of weird, kind of, odd way to do it. But,
Right.
oh, yeah, for sure.
So when did becoming a natural communicator, become natural for you? Like when
I
do you?
did 10 years in prison, man. Yeah, they don't like white people here.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it was like everybody likes a good dude, a funny dude, someone who's not a bitch, someone who's stand up, someone.
Right.
So I kind of just fit that bill and then started going, well, they're not all the same by any stretch.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Not everyone's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, not like that's as ignorant
Yeah.
as that sounds to
Yes.
say. It's like if there's 500 people and there's 5 Asian dudes that are all hanging out together, you're going to go, well, they're probably similar. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this was, I mean, I'm in a
Yeah.
community of thousands of people. So it's like, so I met some of the most intellectual, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the best of the best, really, I met.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, it kind of would go by the time my journey was over, it was like a lot of really solid people found each other. Then we still have each other.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you were able to have the truth of the different perspectives revealed to you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like thrown in. It was like grow up.
Yeah. Grow up,
Yeah.
learn how to communicate. Not everyone communicates the same way.
And it was the same thing as when I was the kid that they go, hey, he'll do it. So now it's going, all right, doors rolling. How you act right now is going to determine how everything goes. So it was just, let me put on a show.
Okay.
Let me put on a show. Let me act like this isn't
Okay.
bothering me. Like I'm good. Like, and then unfortunately, it became how it ended up being for a while. And then I had to figure out how to turn that back around. But
Well, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to say, then how do you shut that down?
took a long time. It took a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it trickled over into everything. I mean, you become by default what people out here would probably describe like, a con artist,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My whole purpose is, and most people that speak to you and that you speak to, there's something going to transpire out of this conversation.
Right.
You either have to recognize it or go ahead and be the first one on the gun to see what you can get out of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was like it developed a heavy narcissism.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To where, yeah. And that was bad, man. I mean, it was like I came home and like with even a negative plan in that regard.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like on the business side, on the kids, everything, I'm going to do exactly what everyone's been bullshitting on the whole time I've been gone. And I did it. But, oh yeah, like relationships. And because I thought that thing didn't exist. In my mind, I didn't have that thing that goes, oh, you'll know it's her when you meet her son. It's like, right, I'm sure you did that with mom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going, okay, that does exist for people. I see it. Both my sisters have it. That got took from me.
Right.
So I don't care about people's feelings.
I don't think that's true.
It was true.
Oh, then.
Yeah.
But not now.
Oh, no. I don't even
when did you
know.
switch? It
was like a conscious thing too. Like
Yeah.
it was like I was hearing a description of somebody that wasn't me. And I was like,
oh, that's me.
that's me. It was a like a psychologist breakdown of what a narcissist is. The in-depth version. And I'm just going, holy shit.
That's a gift. That's a
That's
gift to come to
crazy,
your
dude.
senses. Do you realize that?
Okay. I mean, I'll go with that.
It's a gift.
I'll go with that. But it was, I shouldn't say it. It was way better. No, it was way easier when I didn't give a shit.
Oh, of course.
So, you know what I mean? But what was weird is whenever that whole thing registered, it wasn't a choice. It was like all of a sudden I felt like I didn't like pick the phone up and start calling people, but like I felt so specifically like thinking about people who I manipulated their whole lives into doing anything I wanted for me. I didn't need anything done for me.
Right.
So it's kind of just be centered. You would center everything on me for a period of time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then, it was almost just like, what kind of a person, you know what I mean? Who does this? So I'd go to therapy.
Yeah.
That was kind of part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I don't know.
You know what? Like, okay, so that vulnerability right there is something that is rare, especially with former narcissists. So the fact that you can even say that you recognize it, and I said that's a gift, and you're like, okay, like I'll go with that. Yeah, go with it, because very few people come to that place where they can recognize and be so self-aware. Like the world thinks they're self-aware.
You think that? You believe that? You don't think people change?
No, I believe people change. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a gift that you were able to recognize it, because not everyone can see it. And narcissists of most people are the hardest to have that truth opened up and revealed to them.
Oh, because it's a terrible thing to go, that's me.
Yeah. Oh,
got it.
I'm a jerk. Oh, I've acted like this.
It was just everything is me. If anything you say to me, I'm going to somehow twist it
back to you.
And that's why, and it's not a blame thing, but it's almost like them traits.
Yeah.
That was how I grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I learned how to make you apologize for me being wrong when I was 20.
Yeah.
So I was 40 and I'm going, I can't ever be wrong. And it was hard. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So did something, like if I had to ask, did something happen when you had that? Like, I mean, you're just listening one day to someone and that's truly all that happened. Like you're listening and you're like, oh my gosh, your eyes are opened. That's me.
Yeah.
And, and you took steps of action to change
it wasn't even like conscious. It wasn't like, what do I do now? No, it was just like driving, listen. That's all I do. I listen to, whether it's audiobooks or podcasts or whatever. And it was like, I hear a rundown of this. It was like 20-minute talk.
Yeah.
And I listened to it again and I was just like, whoa, man. And it was just a feeling of like legitimate individual people. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just like, dang, dude. How shitty these people had kids, and you know what I mean? It was just like that, and so it goes, all right, well, but so what's crazy is whenever that came to light to me, and it was just like, it wasn't any major steps. It was just going, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Right.
That's not going to be me.
Right.
I don't really get involved in relationships now.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not interested. Because I think I might probably
like mess it up.
Maybe, but I'm not worried about that. I just am like
self-sabotage or like, I just don't have time.
Yeah, I'm just not interested. I don't know. I think that used to be my interest so much was the mind fuckery. Sorry. It's my podcast.
It's okay. It is your podcast. And you know what?
That worked right there, right? That went perfect. Even God was like, not so bad. I think he made that up, so it's not terrible.
Well, one of the funny things is that like people often like say, well, God says don't speak in profanity. Right. And the truth is really like not taking his name in vain, which means, and what that truly means, and some people probably are going to be like, she's so wrong. So I heard it best explained like this. Taking his name in vain means saying you're going to do something in his name that is contrary to what he has asked you to do. That's really taking his name in vain, not necessarily saying a cuss word. Right? Like, or profanity in the world. I'm just saying.
I've had that conversation where I said, who said
Right. But the world
I
just
mean,
says these
we
are the
chose-
horrible
Yeah,
words
yeah.
that everyone says. And I'm not saying like, hey, that's how I want to talk because
No.
it's whatever. But
I think it's intentional.
people think
I can use the F word and it describes something hilarious and funny and nice, or it could be the worst thing ever. So it's intention is everything.
Intention is everything, and the motive behind it and all of the stuff. Yeah. But anyway.
We're going to leave that last one in.
Well, it's your podcast. It's not mine.
I know.
But, like your story of sharing goes right with my podcast.
There you go.
Of like, having your eyes open.
Just to be clear, I haven't talked about this to this extent at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's actually definitely people who have watched the podcast that are like, once in a while, we'll hear something about going, oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. And just kind of like, what's he talking about? So,
yeah.
I don't know. It was life is definitely different. So that whole thing that I heard, I think, is what put that trait with actually me, rather than me just going, I don't really know what that means.
Right.
You'd hear it randomly and it's like, all right,
so
I know everyone you date, when you break up with them, they're a narcissist.
Right.
We get it.
So
But
if someone
to
came to you
hear
and
it-
said, "Oh, Nick, you are a narcissist and you need to take control."
In my mind, that
you'd
would
have
be
been
like, I'm stuck on myself, love myself. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's not me.
yeah,
That's
you're
not
like,
me. I'm
that's not-
extra generous. I'm extra. And let me make sure you know that.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's weird. Isn't
right. It is hard.
So, yeah. Anyway, it wasn't like a choosing by any means. I just heard some stuff. I didn't like it. And I was like, well, we're going to not do that anymore. Yeah. So that's how simple it was. There wasn't any big drawn out. Now I have to become this. It was just like, no. But you know what? I probably drank 5 days a week at least for over 10 years. And whenever I decided I didn't want to drink, I just go, yeah, that shit's over with. So,
and just stopped.
yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'll do you one even better. I just kept having this thing. I wrestled with it, right?
Okay.
I'd go, I need to stop, right? I need to stop drinking.
Right.
And then I'd go, it's just me. I'm going, but why?
Why? What is
It's 8:00. I'm going to go to bed at 10. I might as well have a cocktail.
Sure.
And so I would do it. And you're going to like this one too. My mom's going to like this one. I don't tell her stuff like this because she won't stop talking about it if I do.
I know. I love your mom.
But
She's the best.
So I'm like, God, I am going to need to not like this. I don't need you to have some bad shit happen in my life to make me want to get on the wagon. I need to not like it. Okay. Thank you. And then it was like the next 3 times I even took a drink. I didn't finish the drink. It was done.
That's awesome.
So since then, I've had a beer. Like I went to the Cardinal game and I didn't even have the whole, but either way, I'm not like against it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm still whatever, but it was just going. And I think what ended up making me do it is it would go like, I need ultimate clarity. And I get up at like 4.
Yeah.
And I try to between 4 and 8, try to get a lot of stuff done. And when that can't happen, it's no good, right?
Right. Messes with your day.
So it was like, all right, well, that's in the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's it. My turn, and this is fairly recent, is that turn is going, all right, now I do have a goal. Like next year at this time, I have a goal. I have something that it needs to be at least mind, body, spirit, best it can be. You know what I mean?
And I think I know you kind of said, you said, God, I just need to not like this. Yeah. But that's how simple he is with us.
Look, that's how I roll.
That is how, and people think it's so different. And they're like, they kind of think, well, I can't tell my dad about something like this when God is saying, I hope you come tell me everything that you need help with because I'm right here.
Right. See, I even look at it more like the parent who you're going, all right, he just asked me if I snuck out last night. out of the blue. I feel like that means they know that I snuck
Yes,
out.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
he knows.
Yes. Well, and
You're not
that's
hiding. So,
No.
but so I tell that's my thing with my mom is I was like, we have the same God. He looks, talks, acts completely different.
right.
I even cuss sometimes to mine. What the dude? Help a brother out, man. And I don't
Right.
feel like a jolt going, don't talk to me like that.
Right.
It's more, I don't.
Well, you know why? Because he
that's an
loves your
overboard.
heart.
Yeah.
Like he knows your heart.
Right.
It says that if you go back to scripture, he knitted you in your mother's womb. He knew the plans he had for you
Right.
before you were ever born. He knew every step you take. He knew every path you go. He knew you'd go to prison. He knew you'd start the podcast.
That's
he knows,
crazy. I don't believe that.
He knows all of the things.
But I make the choices.
You do make the choice. You make the choices, but he knows.
Okay.
Like he knows.
All right.
He knows. There's been a lot of change from March to now
That's right.
with you.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't discount the prayers of
So
a
you
mother.
think God was like, man, you better get these girls while you can, bro, because you're going to hate it soon.
I think he was like, okay, you've had like I just said, I have 4 marriages, 3 husbands, married one person twice. And one of the things I recognize, I dealt with a narcissist.
Are you married now?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Just me. I dealt with a narcissist that's very challenging. It really affects. So maybe you don't want to hear all the trauma you left behind.
Let's go.
But it really affects someone's. It affected everything that I did. Right. It affected every effort I made because what happened, I wanted to please him, to keep him happy, as far as like, I knew if I didn't do it the way everything in life, from finances to everything, if it wasn't just a certain way, somehow, if there was a mistake in there, it was coming back at me, even if I was not even a part of whatever went wrong. Somehow it was me, right? Somehow it was twisted and manipulated. And so one of the things is when then in every relationship, there's conflict. It doesn't matter if you have like the most perfect, beautiful spouse and it's like the greatest marriage or whatever, there's going to be a conflict that arises. And so healthy conflict is, hey, Nick, I had this, you said this, I'm not quite sure where you were coming from.
Right.
Can we talk about it?
Right.
And their immediate response is, well, I said that because you acted like this.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So what happened is then you just think either you're going crazy because you're like, I heard him just say da, 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 da.
Right.
And so the way it affects.
And so you're going, wait, I must have said something that made him say that. And now it's my fault that I misunderstood.
And you believe it. And so like you have to unlearn a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, I'm a big, huge proponent for therapy and Jesus too.
Yeah.
I think both things help well. I have done a lot of things to heal from that side of life. But, when it comes to relationships and back to choices, what I was talking about, yeah, I've made some poor choices. God allowed me to make choices. But one of the things I didn't do was every day choose my spouse, right?
Okay.
So like, could I have made them last? I could have made the first one last. Father of my children. He's a great human. We have a good relationship. He was my first and last husband. Unfortunately, I wasn't in a place and he wasn't in the same place, right? Where we could make it the second time last. Sometimes you just should have just left well enough alone.
Right.
Right. But I think we had to know that it just wasn't going to work again. Right. Like, I think we just had to know that.
Leave well enough alone.
Leave well enough alone. The second time I was married, just to put it all out there, it'll eventually come out on my podcast anyway, but he had a girlfriend. You really can't stay married if they have a girlfriend.
Girls trip on that, bro.
Right. Significantly older than I was. And I was young, man. I was like 40 and he was like 52. So we were like, that's a significant age difference. And I was like, man, am I that bad? Like, what is wrong? You take a lot of responsibility, like, what's wrong with me? But I tried to make it work.
A popular take that women have that I don't understand at all. I just had this conversation with someone where it's like, the guy I was with, the girl he left me for was like, she described her very badly.
Yes.
And I just went downhill. I'm like, wait, it messed you? Like you thought you were the issue, not that this dude's a damn fool? And she's like, right. I mean, yeah, now saying it sounds stupid, but
it does. But you take
like,
on that, like, oh my gosh, I wasn't, comparison is a thief.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely the truth. So, but I also couldn't compete with someone high school sweetheart or something like that. Like,
right.
yeah, I couldn't compete. I guess, I don't know. Maybe I didn't know it was a competition, but I lost that competition.
Yeah.
And then did I really lose? Probably not. In the long, big picture, did I really lose? All I know is I tried. So like I made the choice to try to reconcile it, to bring it back together, even after the fact of knowing it.
You just like wifing, don't you?
I do like being a wife, but I wanted to fix it. I never wanted to be divorced. Divorce sucks.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be divorced the second time. I was willing to do whatever it took because one divorce was hard. This 2 was going to be miserable.
Right.
The third one was the one that nearly killed me, literally.
Right.
And which again will be discussed deeper later on.
Yeah.
But it was learning now, like I will be 49 in December. So I'm thinking, should I ever? I have no desire.
You know,
like the same boat. No,
well,
I have no. Like
no one ever does
searching.
till it's right.
I'm not searching. I'm not looking for who's the next person in my life. Like I don't really feel like I'm searching for that. Sometimes I think that every time I've searched, I've made bad choices, right? And so like I'm not really searching for that. I'm just kind of just like, hey, it's whatever. I want to do the things like this, right? Like so I want to get the things I know that God has put on my heart. You need to take X step forward. Why do you procrastinate? And I don't want distractions.
Okay. Which good healthy relationships just the opposite of a distraction.
Absolutely, it is a distraction.
From what I hear.
Yeah. Well, apparently,
from what they tell us.
Yeah. Apparently, neither one of
we
us.
We hear some great things about these healthy relationships.
Right.
So
the end goal is healthy relationship, right? So I feel like absolutely people can come in your life and you can push each other to be better individuals. But we have this whole ideal of like what love or what relationship really looks like.
Yeah.
And it's the farthest from the truth.
Well, I think it just takes kind of 2 people that even just have that same kind of picture and then it can work.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be focused on any specific thing, but if they're both, the same, 2 opposites that reform after being apart since high school, that shit doesn't work. You know what I mean? You have to be the same type of people.
Right.
Which like my parents, it's fun. I mean, it is funny now. Because, I mean, they're like a cute old couple.
Oh, I
like
love
they're
it.
everywhere together. And they're not like the old couple, but it is like, they got little dumb jokes and shit that it's like, what are you guys giggling about?
I love it. So my parents were together since they were 11 and 13.
Oh, yeah.
And so my mom passed when she was 73. So they were together 62 years.
So I got one for you. My dad comes to watch my son play yesterday. He played at Milliken, and my dad comes right after church. So it was like 11:30. He gets there, and I said, "How was service?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Oh, okay." He goes, it was on relationships, marriages. And I said, "Well, there you go." And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "How long has that pastor been married? About a year?" He goes, "Yep." I go, "What about you?" And he goes, 50. I go, "That's hilarious." And he goes, I go, "You don't have to say anything." And he goes, "No, it wasn't bad." I go,
"Sure.
No, you don't have to say anything."
Right.
He's going, "You got to be a bad mofo to talk to me about relationships at this point."
Right. Right.
Which, no, I get it. It was just his take on it. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Guess we'll sit here and let her preach to the kids.
Right. Right. So what do you think the lasting thing is? Like, I mean, if you use your parents as an example, what would be the one thing that has kept them together 50 years? Like, I'm curious.
Us.
The kids.
Even past 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because there'd be, I mean, reasonably, it would
Sure.
be like, hey, I don't know what you guys think's going on, but get back together, fools. Ain't nobody like dating other people or anything weird like that. We're not.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay.
I think my dad pushed the limit a lot, but I think my mom's limit was always really low. So even when he would push the limit in real life, it wasn't.
Yeah.
See, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think it wasn't like
Yeah.
everything was great or
Yeah.
whatever. But and they boozed whenever, our childhood. I mean, weed and SoCo helped them raise us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was just kind of I think it was just the bust your ass all day, get home, make dinner, kids go outside. We're going to have a couple drinks, smoke a joint, watch TV till we come in, shower, go to bed, get up, do it all over again.
Okay.
And, yeah, so I think when my sisters, they're 4 years older than me. So when they graduated high school, I was going into high school. They graduated and moved out, got an apartment together immediately. They're best friends, twins, all that good shit. So at that point, I was 14, starting high school in Macon, and had parents that were like, we freaking did it. Yes, success. We made it. They didn't get pregnant. They
Right.
didn't.
Got your sisters through.
Yeah, they both have good jobs. They have their own play.
Yeah.
And I was just there. I was like, all right.
Okay. Here's
okay,
Nick.
Here we go.
Here's
yeah,
Nick.
so I kept it alive, of course. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And again, it was I knew then. Like my dad we're scared of him. He's a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll whoop that ass.
Yeah. Dads are scary.
Yeah. And so it was like, then I know whatever I have to do, they can't know about. And
Right.
so it was like treating it like I had these parents that didn't care or whatever.
Sure.
And really the whole time I'm like the only one with a curfew.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm the only one who I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think they did good. I couldn't imagine raising me. Like God blessed me with my kids. Like, oh man. Like, yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Which like with my son, it's kind of weird because we're so dissimilar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's smarter than me now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't that what we want though? We always want our kids to be better than where we were.
I didn't say he was better. He's smarter. He's a very, no, I'm just talking shit. But
I
no,
know.
he's like I wasn't an academic. I was more of a dump the parts out, show me the picture, I'll build it. I was,
Yes.
we need to make $20 and you got $5. Give me that. Let me figure something out,
Okay.
to where.
Let me interrupt this episode real quick to give you a word from our sponsors. Aerial Elite Solutions is a drone service provider, specializes in high quality aerial imagery and data for a variety of industries, including real estate, construction, agriculture, and more. Whether you're needing stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site surveys for your construction projects, or captivating footage of your event, AES has the expertise in cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. Visit flyaes.com to learn how they can help you transform your projects with their drone services. With nearly 10 decades of experience in the lightning protection system design and installation, Midwest Lightning Rods are the trusted experts in keeping your property safe from the dangers of lightning strikes. Midwest Lightning Rod specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is a safe haven during the storm season. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself a peace of mind this storm season. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com for more information. Now, let's jump back into this episode.
$20 and you got $5. Give me that. Let me figure something out,
Okay.
to where my son he probably, if you tell him, hey, go grab the red headphones and you would point right there, he would go like this. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? And it's like, bro, what are you dumb? It's like, no, he's really smart.
Right.
But,
Right.
it's that,
Yes.
very, and so it's honestly, it's awesome because it is sitting back going, okay, you're a sophomore. How are you already in some of these classes? And he's like, well, remember, I was going to St. T in 7th grade. And I was like, I didn't. Didn't know that, actually.
Okay.
What were you doing there? He's like, physics and algebra. And it was like,
Wow.
oh,
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
Let me know if you need a tutor. 'Cause I can't.
Well, I'll
got-
pay for it.
I got nothing. Yeah.
I'll pay
Let
for
me know
it.
if you
I'll
need
pay
me to
for it.
show you how to use ChatGPT.
Right. I know how to do that.
But
yeah.
it is. So even talking to him and going like he's the perfect person to go, you literally can cheat on everything, right? Not really. But like school wise, like the high school needs to adjust their curriculum to incorporate the use of AI rather than get mad at the kids for
Sure.
using it. They should encourage usage up to a certain point because they need to know it.
Right. Right.
But it'll get there
Yeah.
eventually. But
I just had a conversation with someone about AI, like from a perspective of a community college, the director of continuing education, and the push for understanding the professors, and everyone needs to understand how to use it because the students are going to be using it. You better have an understanding because it can be beneficial.
oh yeah, I've been watching things on this. So I'm still up in the air. I don't think I'm going to because I don't have the time, and I would need a couple of people that were really in. But I wanted to launch a company called AI Smart Ops, to where we literally were just engineering for small businesses.
Okay.
To where you have a small business, you believe and think that AI should help you, but you don't know how to make that happen.
Right.
Something has to connect them.
Yeah.
And there isn't a magic thing that's going to happen. Like
Sure.
Nike and Walmart and Target, they spend 20, 50 million incorporating.
Right.
That's why their ads are where they're at when they're there, and the colors they use, and the, you know what I'm saying? They have certain discounts that go at certain times that are, time it perfectly.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Everything is, but I think, I don't even know why I just rambled all that shit. What was that about?
I don't know.
What was I talking about?
We were talking about AI, like college and understanding.
So I was watching a thing, and that was it, is going, I mean, what's crazy is it's going to be like mid this school year. Like at the start of 26, there needs to be a curriculum in high schools and colleges that is, you're not asking for an answer.
Right.
The answers are methods.
Okay.
To where if you don't use AI, you will not pass. So you have to correctly prompt AI to get you to step one. And that's part of the work.
Sure.
That you turn in.
Okay.
And then from here, you have to take that and you have to get it. So it's almost like how it will be structured is going to make people so much smarter.
Yeah.
Or
you hope.
Well, no, it's just assuming that mundane tasks eat up time that could be used during doing productive things.
Absolutely.
Then that's it. I mean, you're talking out of 8 hours of work. A lot of times, like 6 hours is research or putting or editing or whatever.
That's my whole job. Don't take my job away.
Well, like, no. So what it'll do is, if you can use it, it'll make you that much more valuable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. My whole job is research before I develop a training. So I'm like, I do go into ChatGPT and find some maybe catchy titles or just some background, as long as they can tell me where their source came from.
And it does.
Like that's when I don't get sources popping up, then I'm like, I'm not going down that route.
It'll be wrong too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want it to be wrong, especially when I'm like educating, you know, individuals on something. I need it to be factual.
Well,
so
I have a contracting company, right?
Yes.
So a month ago, whatever, I take, and I have PDF versions of like our code books and they're code books. It's ULNFPA LPI. I upload our code books to ChatGPT. I tell it, I have a lightning protection installation company. Here's the website. Which based on that, it went to the Google page, it knew how old the company was, knew all the owners and all that. I said, my job is to get takeoffs and bid lightning protection system installations. I need a takeoff of all the parts, equipment, and time it will take. Here's the catalog from the manufacturer. I need to input the part numbers. Like something that would have took me 3 or 4 days. I sat there like a minute and a half. It spit out a design with our shit laid out, the numbers, but I checked it.
Okay.
It was to
Perfect.
the T.
Okay.
Well, and so I'm like, how do I know it's going to be it's like, well, no, that you sold. If I would have just told it, here's the standard we install to and name the stuff.
Right.
If I miss something, it'll miss something.
Right.
But it's like, if you uploaded 1,000 pages of code, then it's going to do it. Even if you don't want it done like that,
Right.
it's going to be
Right.
So I've actually, like lately, I've bid jobs that would take me days on a car ride home, just dropping PDFs and going, here's the plan for the building. Here's this, put me something together and it'll spit it out. I'll put it into a spreadsheet that has my figures in it. And
Wow.
yeah. So
Smart business.
well, so that's been it. Is I've been trying to making you like I'm into saving time at this point. I'm getting to the point where now it's all about, what. Again, like what I just said, if I had someone to do the bullshit work, I'm good at ideas. I'm good at creating. I'm good at generating money.
Yeah.
But I spend, out of maybe 90 hours a week working, I spend probably 50 hours doing stuff that I should hire someone to do.
Sure.
But they wouldn't do it as good as I do it.
Okay.
So.
Or you could train them to do it as good as you do it.
Yeah.
Then that takes a lot of time.
I had someone tell me, so they'll fail 20% and you don't fail at all. Isn't that still better than
Yeah.
having 50 hours a week spent doing shit you don't have? And I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm working it.
Yeah.
I actually have an Indeed or a ZipRecruiter or whatever, both a thing that I'm about to put out to
Okay.
hire.
Okay.
It's like all around like personal assistant.
Okay.
And it's like, saddle up.
I would be
When
scared.
you read this
to
job
be your-
description,
be scared. You're going to manage, you're going to help with podcasts and you're going to help with this business and this.
It's like, yeah, what do you know how to
business
do?
Yeah. Because if you don't know how to do anything, you're not a good fit. But if you know how to do everything, like everything,
Look,
then
say
you're gonna fit.
when I started listing the things it'd be nice if they had experience in, the stuff that I know how to do, it was like, if you know how to do this shit and don't have a job, then you're freaking, what are you doing with yourself?
Right. Because you know how to do so much stuff.
So that's
you could
it.
do
It's
anything.
Well, I'm one of them where I go, when I bought Photoshop 8 years ago, I took a course in mastery of Photoshop. So if I'm going to spend $100 a year, whatever it was then, and which I think it's more now, but same with like Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. I take a course on it. I don't want to think I might know how to do it. I'm going to be able to teach you how to do it if I pay for it. It's how, why not?
Yeah.
But
I'm like the opposite.
But so what I take then is I go like this, and this is when my daughter came to work for me for 9 months. This has been a couple years ago. I had noted how I learned what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, all right, so here's what you're doing today. This is 45 minutes long. Bam. Watch that. You're going to learn so much about this video editing. It's crazy. And she watches it and is like, what does these videos of fire trucks have to do? I'm like, what the hell's that got? It's not what's in the video. Wait, what? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like she was
relate to your daughter because I'm not like, yeah.
No, that's
hard.
a curse though. Cause it's like, I have to learn how to do, how did someone make that happen on the computer?
But if someone sat next to me and showed me how to do it, I got it. I think that's why I became like a cosmetologist all those years ago, a gazillion years ago, 1995, 30 years ago. But I think that's why I know I'm old.
95 is 30 years ago.
I know, right? Like, I don't want to think about it 30 years ago. But yeah, so like when I did that, like show me, I can do it. Teach me to teach it, and I'm a master.
Right.
Now, I wasn't always perfect. I made mistakes.
Is that for everything, or you think it's only for things that you're interested in?
I think it's for things that you could be passionate in, but I think that if you ever have to teach something, no matter what it is, you're going to become better at it, even by default.
Right.
So, for example, with my current position that I have right now, totally different than hair. And I was uneducated with what I'm teaching. So like I'm a teacher by trade, cosmetology teacher by trade, but now I teach professional development. And in cosmetology school, we didn't.
Where?
I work for the government, CMS, Central Management Services for the state of Illinois, and Office of Operational Excellence.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I say that's prophetic, right? The Office of Operational Excellence. So I have to do everything excellently. No, not really, but I knew how to teach, but I didn't understand all the soft skills they were having me teach. I knew them because we do them every day, right? Emotional intelligence. Do you know how to manage your own emotions in relationships? Do you know how to recognize? Are you self-aware? So like I might teach self-awareness. I might teach self-management. Tomorrow I'm teaching social emotional intelligence in the workplace. What's it look like? How do you manage your emotions when your coworker is upset? How do you recognize their behavior, get to the root cause, develop a healthy conversation to keep people from blowing up? It's the most fascinating thing ever.
It is?
So it is. It's great.
It's not like, hey, hang your shit on the hook on the door. Don't
not
bring it in
easy.
the workplace.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy. But you know, when you are like, and everything I do in my life goes back to, I think, really like my purpose, and hence why I still am calling the podcast Unveiled.
Yeah.
Revealing the beauty within. So that was the name of the salon I had way back in 2014.
Unveiled.
Unveiled. It was called Unveiled, right over by the DMV.
Okay.
And it was only open a few years, but I had to try it, right? I discovered very quickly I'm not a business person because I care more about people than the business.
Okay.
So I gave away so many free services and I just wanted to serve. But the ultimate goal was when you sat in my chair, whether you could afford me or not, I wanted to find the beauty within you, not only physically, but inside, right? Pull it out. So with my job now as a professional development trainer, it is helping individuals all across the state of Illinois find their gold and pull it out of them, right? We all have room for growth, right? So, so it's been interesting, but I've had to learn those types of skills, team building. I never thought I would stand in front of 60 employees and teach a whole team building personality assessment. How do you best communicate? What it means when you're misunderstood? What was the real intent behind it? I never thought those were things I would do in my life.
You like it?
I do.
You're good at it?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah. But that goes back to being the communicator,
Right.
being a connector,
Right.
pulling it out, so, and that's like really my purpose. That was always my purpose. I think in everything I do, I love to meet people. I love to have conversations, and I like to, what will make them better? Not just because I'm like, well, you're not good enough, be better, but because I see it, right? Like you can see it.
Yeah.
So I'll challenge people sometimes to step it up, right?
Does anyone do it?
A lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. I have a friend right now. The growth I've seen in my friend and just all the things they're doing, they have their own ministry, and all the things that they're doing is unbelievable.
Good.
But it just takes seeing it and someone to acknowledge it. And I did that with my students a lot. I worked with the high school students for many years, and it just took teaching them some life skills,
Yeah.
pulling it out. I think my kids, I have two sons, 24 and 20. I think they benefited from that because they have become very successful in their young ages when life would have said, because of the way they were raised and so many different traumatic experiences from my choices, they should not be like they are.
Right.
They are exceptional.
Right.
Right. So, but now that I know what I know from 2 years of doing the job that I do, I've been able to use some of those skills to coach my kids. So it's like coaching, right?
Yeah.
Coaching my kids and but you're growing. So like if you had to teach a class on emotional intelligence to your next podcast, right? Like let's talk. His eyes get really big. He's
tough,
like,
man.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But if you had to teach that, you would become better at it.
Right.
Like, so, but learning it, I can't really learn it. I got to learn it to know I'm going to give that information away. So everything that I do, I think the best teachers know that they have something inside to give away. And when you approach it, it's giving it away. So like when you sit down in the chair and you're giving your audience something, you might not recognize it, but you're somewhere, there's something you're giving away to them.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the knowledge of
Yeah.
the person in the chair across from you or just the knowledge of your life story, because your story will change someone else's perspective of maybe about themselves.
So you just fell into that gig?
I believe for my job, I fell into it. I worked in the prison.
Okay. What
So-
were you doing there?
I ran the beauty shop.
Oh,
so
really?
that was my foot in. Right?
Okay.
So my foot in with the state was running the beauty salon, and I loved it. But
Where?
at the Decatur Correctional Center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was at the Decatur Correctional Center, ran the beauty shop. Again, my focus wasn't so much on the hair as much as it was
Relationships.
It was helping the women recognize like you're not your offense. You're not. I don't care what you did. Throughout my life, there's not one thing they've done that I haven't done myself. I just never got caught. Right? So I've taken a life, they've taken a life. Mine was choice, theirs wasn't. Theirs could have been, it could have been defense, it could have been anger, whatever, but we both did the same thing, right? So when you get into that and you talk to this woman and she's like, but you don't know what I did. And I'm like, but you don't understand, I do.
Right.
And I know I'm not my offense because I know my identity, right?
Right.
And so when you understand that, like that was my goal with those women, was to help them really be able to recognize like past is past.
Right.
You got to let it go.
Right.
Right.
You can't undo it.
You can't
Sucks.
undo it. It sucks. There are consequences.
Mhm.
There's always a consequence to the past, and that's okay. It's what do you do with the consequence and the choices after that?
Yeah. Was it a lesson or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mistake. You make a mistake. Did you learn something? What did you learn from that? Okay.
Right.
Let's move forward.
Yeah. If you just got pissed,
Yeah.
bad move.
Yeah.
You can do it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reasons why I loved that job, but it became where, you know, I realized I left there in 2023. So you have to work so long before you can retire, of course. And I'm like, I can't sit here and be bored all day, because it came to like, they come in, get their hair done, and I'd talk and chit chat and I'd try to speak into their life the best I could. But then you realize like, oh, every day, all day, I am not an every day, all day, the same kind of person.
Right.
It was making me crazy.
Right.
So then you get on the website, you find a job and it says trainer. And I'm like,
Oh, so you're just like internal gig. Let's find
Yeah.
something.
I'm like, I can do this. I'm like, I can teach. Like, I can teach. So like, let me try this. And so I applied, and luckily the person who was like the subject matter expert saw my background of having worked at the cosmetology school for so many years, and said, she has the skills of teaching. That's what we need. So when I got there, I had to learn how to like teach virtually.
Oh, okay.
Well, one, I had to remember how to even use a computer.
Ah.
It was it is a whole thing. So, and so now I'm leading retreats for, 60 plus individuals from multiple agencies, sometimes alone, sometimes with someone. But it was, I do believe that there are certain gifts that you're given. And I do, because of my faith in God, I know He's created me to be a teacher. From the time I was young, I was teaching.
Right.
Young. I can remember, having the textbooks upstairs, fake teaching to my dolls, right?
Right.
Like, I think every kid does that.
Yeah.
But it was throughout my whole life. Like, I've always done that. And so just how steps.
So yeah, it's perfect for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love it. And so it's a good gig. So that is really what I want. So individuals everywhere to understand that we all make mistakes. We all have patterns of behaviors that can define us, that should change, or ones that are just really great that should be talked about. You know, experiences where God has really done a great miracle in your life and someone needs to hear it. Someone needs to know it. So like when I say to you, like, it's a gift that you were given to recognize that, like, I've dealt with a lot of people throughout all of my years, and I can't say there's really been one person who would admit that they had narcissistic tendencies or were a narcissist.
Well, how about the dumbest cop out ever is going, "Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that was me.
But that's
me.
Okay.
That's crazy."
But I'm going to say,
know? It's like, well, I mean, I didn't have a game plan.
You didn't have a game plan, but you have a praying mother, and I can almost. I'm not a betting woman. Well, so I can almost guarantee that it was a moment that your mom had prayed, because I do know her.
Yeah.
That she just said, open his eyes. Yeah. And you have praying friends who had came in contact with you and said, there's something there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm in school right now getting my Bachelor of Arts in Biblical Theology.
Okay.
It's torture.
Sure.
It's torture.
Bible science. Gotta love it.
Oh my gosh. Lecture style for 3 hours, not my thing.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I love the people, and so it's okay. So I'm there for the people. Like, let's just be real. I'm there for the people. And just that little certificate that says I have a bachelor's degree.
Check it.
And I don't have time to go to college, like a 4-year college, and it's not necessary for what I want to do. But I don't even remember where I was going with that story, but I'm, in that school, I just did my associates. That was interesting to do. I hate school. I'm not a school person.
Right. I want to teach. You did it.
Right?
So, but I mean, that's good.
But I want to teach. Does that make sense?
Well,
I want people.
You can teach different nowadays too.
Yes.
I actually, for the first time, I got invited by a Millikan entrepreneur class to come be a mentor. I show up tomorrow.
I love it.
Tomorrow I go for the first time.
You'll be a good mentor.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I don't really know what I'm getting into.
Yeah, you're bringing a lot of things to the table. You've had a lot of life experiences. And now I remember where I was headed with school. One of the gifts that I know I have is supporting my friends. And that is revealing their beauty, right?
Right.
And so I was able, when I was in the AA program, to help 3 different students with their like final projects, encourage them with their dreams. They're like, one of them was like, I want to do this dance, but I don't want to do it by myself. Okay, I'll do it with you. Yeah.
Right. Right.
I'm down. And then someone's like, well, I want to sing. Would you guys be the backup singers? Sure, I'll do it. So we sang. There was like 2 of us that sang along with her. And then one of my friends, she asked me to sing again with her. And I was like, are you sure you want me to do it? She goes, actually, I think I'm going to do it by myself. I said, fantastic.
Get it.
Yeah. And then like one of the parts of school is they have you like present projects throughout the course of school. And one day one of the girls is like, I don't have my paper to share. I can't share anything. And I'm like, but what's your gift? And she felt like her gift was singing a song. And I was like, then sing a song. Like, if that's what you believe you want to do, then do that. Right. What's that one thing you want to do? Like, that's what I tell my kids too. Like, find the one thing. There's got to be one thing that motivates you behind everything you do. And so my one thing is helping people find the truth, because the truth will always set you free, whatever it is. Like, I remember growing up, you mentioned it, which I think is hilarious. Like at the very beginning when you're like, your dad knows.
Yeah.
Like I was the kid who told on myself.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah. Like those times as a teenager, like I'm going to tell on myself. I'm going to tell my mom all the things I did. Why we went back to the party at 2:30 in the morning,
Meanwhile, your mom's like, shut up. I don't
need to hear it. I don't need to hear it. Yeah. But I had to tell her, because if I told her, then I was free. Right. So, and even in my adult life, there's been things I've had to, confess that you don't really want to tell the truth, right? You don't want to really share something. It's personal. It's hard. But if you do tell the truth, then someone is going to maybe relate to that and say, well, if she could do it. So for example, I spoke at this women's event that myself and two of my friends put on. And I shared the story about having been married 4 times. I mean, it's horrible. I hate that about myself. I'm too young to have lived so much life, right? But it was my choices. And I had a woman come up to me afterwards, and she's probably, I would say 13, 14 years older than me. And she just said, I am so grateful that you shared that. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And she said, because I've been married 5 times and I've always sat in my shame and I've never talked about it because I've been with my last husband for 15 years. And she said, so I never really ever went back there. And so I just thought that was amazing. Like just sharing that little tidbit.
And you wouldn't have known who needed it unless you did it. Thanks for joining me. Well, hey, everyone, thanks for joining us on this episode of Beyond Business. We're going to get out of here and chat about some stuff. But no, thank you very much for finally coming in and just talking.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
You're going to do great.
Thank you for having
me. You're good on
me.
the mic. Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I somehow just completely exposed myself on this one, huh?
You did.
All right.
I have that power.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Till next time, be kind to each other, and we'll see you in 5 days.
Before you close this episode out, let me have one more minute to shout out the sponsors that make it all possible. Aerial Elite Solutions. They're providing high-quality aerial image and data collection for a variety of industries, including real estate, construction, agriculture, and more. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase your property, detailed site surveys for your construction projects, or captivating footage for your events, Aerial Elite Solutions has the expertise and cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. So if you're ready to take your business to new heights, literally, visit flyaes.com and learn how they can help transform your project with their services. Midwest Lightning Rod specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is a safe haven during the storm season. Their dedicated team understands the importance of safety and offers free estimates to help you decide the best protection for your property. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to MLR today and give yourself the peace of mind of knowing you're well protected when the storm season hits. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com or give them a call at 217-872-4676 to learn more about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by Midwest Lightning Rods. Thank you to the sponsors for supporting the podcast. Thank you to the viewers for joining the podcast. And we will catch you again in 5 days. Till then, be kind to one another.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive. New episode every 5 days, new voices to share. Laughs and insights, we're all in this affair. Beyond Business, come take a seat. Join the conversation, it's a journey that's sweet. Life lessons learned.